What's going on, people? Jada Black here. I'm back with another video. I just want to say that I will be doing a live broadcast today between 3 and 4 o'clock. So make sure you refresh your timelines on YouTube right around 3 and 4. So you don't like if you're not getting a notification, just make sure you refresh your timelines right around that time. I should be live pretty much every day. So make sure that you tune in. I appreciate all the support I've been getting on those live shows. It makes me want to do more shows. I was only going to do 3, but I'm trying to stream at least 5 days a week, if not 6. You know. So if there's any topics that you would suggest for the stream, people have been suggesting some topics. I'm looking over them, seeing what can be done on those. Been responding to some emails. But make sure you send me any emails you need me to see. You can go, to my email. Make sure you go to the site. Make sure you go and check it out. You know, this video is gonna be about Nicki Minaj seeking more respect in Hollywood. Not Hollywood. Seeking more respect in hip hop. She doesn't feel like she's getting the respect that she deserves. Okay. Now, this is a female who has been in mainstream hip hop for the last 10 years, okay? She has been the only mainstream female to garner the amount of attention and the support that she has over those 10 years. Now she's claiming that there is rampant sexism in the entertainment and in the hip hop industry. Now, this is her saying this in 2017. She waited until 2017 to talk about the rampant sexism that is going on in the hip hop industry. And it's funny to me how now that she has some legit competition as far as garnering the support of hip hop as a female, now that she has some competition, now she wants to bring sexism into the entire situation. It really doesn't make any sense. But then it does, because she wants to make excuses as to, one, why she's not putting out any high caliber hip hop music as an MC, and 2, that she has to compete with the Cardi B's, a stripper turned rapper, or the Remy Ma's, some of these other females that are coming to the industry. She's seeing her her ladder of success that she has built, basically shortening every day. And she wants to now blame the men in the industry who have helped you, Nicki. Who've helped you. Now, she is also alluding, and this was kind of comical when I read the article, she's now alluding to the fact that she believes that a lot of male artists don't want to work with her. I even saw a story where it said that she had to fight with Kanye to keep her verse on Monster, which really doesn't make sense because she had a really good verse that actually fit the song. But I know a lot of people were basically talking about how she had the best verse, and maybe Kanye was upset about that. But Kanye doesn't seem like the type to really care about that. He cares more about the artistry of it. But she's talking about how male artists, literally, she basically said that they act like they have a gun put to their heads in order to work with her. That's basically what she's saying. Okay. And again, more stuff that doesn't make sense. Nicki, you have a base of loyal fans. Okay. Any artist would want to work with you in order to gain entry to that base. And she has worked with pretty much every mainstream rapper in the last 10 years. So I don't get this notion that these guys are that they're working with her just because they have to. They don't have to do anything. They could refuse to work with her, but they work with you, Nicki, because it's about business. It's about finance. And maybe one of the reasons why they don't want to work with you is because when you get on songs like you did with Gucci Mane recently, and when you try to diss another rapper while the other rapper whose song you're on really doesn't have any idea that you're doing that only until the song is completed and he's heard your verse, and other people have as well, and he still clears the song to be put out there, that might be a reason why they might not want to work with you, Nicki. But you gotta look at it this way. Nicki does not have the writing team that she had before with Safari. Okay. We can almost confirm now that he was writing her stuff because she doesn't have the same confidence in her music as she had when she was with him, and her style was different. Okay. And also, Nicki, you also have to take into account that you abandoned your hip hop audience relatively early in your your mainstream career when you went to pop music. You went to pop music, you wanted that pop bass, you wanted that pop money, and you forgot about your rap bass. You did. And you haven't put that much great material out there for you to be head and shoulders of all MCs, which is what she's also was trying to say, is that she should be compared to male MCs as well. But you can only be compared to male MCs if you're putting out the caliber of music that they're putting out. Classic music. Nicki really hasn't done that. She's had classic features like what she did on Kanye West's Monster, but has she had any records where you could say that it was a classic? Can anybody say that? I mean, people can say that the Anaconda music video was a classic, but even that song was a sample. So there's really no original music that she has done that people can say she can stand shoulder to shoulder with some of the best in hip hop right now. But what's happening is that she feels like people are trying to make her support other female rappers, which she does not want to do, and something that she has never done. She has never wanted to support female rappers. Okay? Which is funny that she wants to call out sexism, but over the last 10 years, Nicki Minaj has done absolutely nothing to promote or support other female rappers. She's beefing with Lil' Kim. She's beefing with Remy Ma. If there's sexism, Nicki, you are contributing to it because you're beefing with other female MCs. You don't really want to embrace Cardi B. Not saying you have to. I mean, who would embrace a female who hasn't even put out an album yet? But you're saying that the industry is sexist. So I would assume that any female MC you would co-sign. But you're not. You're not co-signing any female MC. And by the way, a lot of the other female artists that Nicki works with are usually female pop artists. You know what I'm saying? Females who aren't a threat to her when it comes to hip hop. And now because you see that there are other females that are garnering the attention that you've been getting for 10 years, you don't like it. So now you want to blame sexism. You want to blame an industry that has made you a lot of money, that's made you very famous. You've dated a lot of these men in the hip hop industry. You've dated rappers. Were they sexist too? Or they just all of a sudden become sexist because they don't really support your music anymore? It seems like whenever these females have an issue, they are quick to blame men for why they're having that issue, and that is sad. But that is where we are in society. It's the blame men syndrome. Everybody wants to blame men while they're not succeeding. So here they go blaming men. And that's what has become a major industry, is blaming men for failures. You know, if women are failing at something, it's going to be the man's fault. It's going to be the man's fault because who else's fault is it going to be? Is it going to be her fault? Or is she going to be held accountable? Probably not. But we as men are held accountable every single day, and we have to deal with it. We have to deal with what comes with being men in 2017. You know, building and having women trample all over what we've built because they want to be leaders when they're not leaders. They want money when they haven't even done anything to make that particular amount of money. Don't blame sexism for why your career is where it's at, Nikki. Your career is where it's at because you never learned how to write your own music. You relied so heavily on one person for a long time, and when you broke up, you didn't understand at that particular time that it would affect your career, but you thought that you would have a monopoly on female rap, but you don't. And this complaining that you're doing shows people why they shouldn't support you anyway. You're complaining about other people's position in the rap game when you really should focus on your own position in the rap game, Nikki. Focus on the fact that you're struggling to come out with a hit. Every like even the songs that you put out that people like, you have features. You never do anything solo that people want to listen to. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. I know there's some of you Nicki Minaj fans that might see this video and say, oh, she's had hit after hit. Listen, this is not a diss on Nicki. This is an analysis of the fact that she wants more respect when she doesn't show respect to herself and the other people around her, even the females that she claims are being discriminated against in this industry. But you're the only one complaining, Nikki. That's what's funny to me. Nikki's the only one complaining about sexism in hip hop. But she's the only one who's been financially benefiting from it. So I'm trying to figure out, why do you feel the way that you feel? I know we have our own opinions and that's fine. But what it seems like to me is that you want people to automatically side with you on your beefs, automatically side with you on any, disgruntled situations that you may have, and they don't. You feel like people are making you support Cardi B. No, you can support Cardi B if you want to. Nobody's making you do anything. You're an adult. But you can't talk about sexism, but you're refusing to promote other female artists. Nikki, you want to put the ball in men's court. You want to put the emphasis on us to help uplift these female artists when you don't do it yourself. Some of these people really need to look themselves in the mirror before they speak. And I think that she definitely needs to do that. Because you're talking as if these rappers don't want to work with you. They don't want to accept women in the industry. They hold you back. But Nikki, you financially benefited from it. You have the fame and the attention. A lot more than male artists. Because there's a lot of male artists that are struggling. But Nikki, you got to understand that if you don't respect other women, you think people are going to respect you? Like, seriously, do you think people are going to respect you if you don't respect other female artists? Because I don't think that you respect other female artists. Like, I really don't. But you expect other people to do the respecting for you. That's what's comical about this whole situation. Is that you want people to show respect when you don't show any to yourself and anybody else.